In this video, we're talking about the difference between Rivergrain and Sokoto, my two main leather offerings. The reason I offer these leathers, I've based my business around these two leathers. One, it's the best leather you can buy for Bible rebinds. They're made specifically for bookbinding. And two, I'm able to continue to order it where other leather suppliers, they don't make it specifically for bookbinding. And also, I'm not able to always in the near future be able to purchase their leather, so it limits me. But being able to provide different colors and consistency, the same leather, I've just built my whole business around that, and it works. And so a big question I receive consistently, and hopefully I'm able to answer this in this video, is the difference between Rivergrain, which is our standard option, and the Sokoto, which is our premium line. And so the first difference is the thickness of the leather. You won't be able to, I'm sure, pick this up in the video, but the thinness of this leather is about a 0.6, where the Sokoto, I'd say, is about a 0.8 to 1 millimeter thick. So whenever you get a rebind in a thicker leather, you're going to have a thicker feeling cover. And I like a original feeling cover on my Bible. This, if I was able to find vinyl liners or vinyl pieces of material that they use on manufactured or commercial Bibles, I would be able to recreate a genuine leather feeling Bible, minus the fact that this is a goatskin premium leather, while if you get a genuine leather Bible, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be pigskin. And to me, a pigskin Bible, putting pig on your Bible just doesn't make sense to me. But this leather is perfect for Bibles. I love the Rivergrain. I love the grain of the Sokoto, but I love the Rivergrain. The way it feels, the thickness of it. And so difference number 2, and I mentioned just now, is the grain. So the Rivergrain has a pressed stamp grain into it, giving it a genuine leather look, but it has a more pronounced grain than you'd find probably on a genuine leather cover these days. But it has a pressed grain, but it's a professional quality bookbinding goatskin from Seagull leather. The Sokoto is a natural grain, so you'll get a lot of natural grains, a lot of river grains. You might find nicks in the leather and cuts in it. Some people complain about that. Some people love the natural imperfections in it. It's a hit or miss whether, if I send off a Bible with those imperfections, if they're going to love it or if they're going to hate it and, not complain to me, but let me know they don't prefer that, which I don't mind. I'm not complaining or against them for thinking that way. But it's just a hit or miss whether or not people enjoy that or prefer that. And you could also see how the Rivergrain, since it's graded so well, everything is flat on the hide. It's very flat, so I have a lot of usable real estate, where this leather is 2 or 3 times more, but my usable real estate, right, if I sent you a Bible and I used this area, I would have those waves in it. And so my usable area, so I spend 2 to 3 times more for less leather. Even in comparison, I get less leather in square footage and the usable area. So whenever you order from Sokoto, I really don't profit much. I profit a little bit, but I make it up from my Sokoto orders because I'm actually able to use every bit of real estate on the flat. But this is worth it to have offered because a lot of people love this. It's a beautiful leather with those natural river grains. with this leather, I'm able to remake a R.L. Allen replica, which is pretty cool. So the third thing that is not difference, but is the durability of the leather. So this leather, I'm sure after 10 years worth of use, might show darkening from your oils in the hands, being a natural grain, but it's going to hold up longer than the Bible because of its thicker cut and its natural grain. It's probably going to look close to the same besides of the break-in of the leather, meaning, the forms of where you hold it a lot and maybe the oils in your hands. But this leather is very, very, very durable. The busted leather you could put on a Bible. The Rivergrain is also very, very durable. I wouldn't say it's inferior in any way, but this leather, once it's broken in, it's more going to feel like an old leather wallet or an old pair of leather gloves. And this is why I prefer this leather. When I would receive Bibles back, say they wanted to get an update or a change, or whenever I saw a Bible that was heavily used out of the Rivergrain, I just loved the way it broke in. This grain, this leather starts to kind of smooth out on the wear parts, and it gives it that the different finishes. The color won't change like pull-up leather, but it will break in from the oil of your hands. The leather will kind of smooth out in areas that are wearing, and it'll turn into a beautiful old leather wallet. I don't know if my old lambskin wallet is going to showcase or be a good example, but this is a heavily used lambskin leather, and it's broken in beautifully, and I love this wallet. I don't think the Sokoto will do that even after 10 years worth of use. So if you're looking for durability, Sokoto may be it. This is just as durable, and I think it'll last just as long as a Sokoto cover, but the way it looks and how it breaks in is going to be very, very, very different. And if I was going to choose one, it would be Rivergrain. Though I love the Sokoto, or I wouldn't offer it. But I like things very simple. I don't like loud things, loud clothes, meaning like extravagant. And I want my Bible to look almost as if it's original, the cover that was put on it. Besides, of course, the style, the leather liner, the gold gilding, gold gilt lines might change that up. And so that is the difference between the Rivergrain and Sokoto. So I hope that answered your questions. If not, leave a question in the comment. Put a like on the video. Let me know that you enjoyed this content. Have a good day. Bye-bye.